Alright, so yeah, this is a $350 gaming PC with the RTX 2060. Now let me tell you that this PC is easily replicated. You can actually build a PC equivalent to that one for the same price and pretty much anywhere you live. If you live international, if you live in the US, you'll always find these parts around you because they are usually workstation parts, which means that they are used worldwide, so the pricing will be around the same. So yeah, press that like button, subscribe, and let's get to the benchmarks. And first up, we're looking at something different. Actually, we're looking at a Call of Duty Warzone Resurgence with a CPU equivalent to the one that we have here, and we were getting around 90 to 100 FPS, so which is pretty awesome to see, you know. Next up, we are looking at a lot of other games like God of War, for example, at 1080p. I cannot specify the settings exactly, but we were getting around 90 to 100 frames per second with the RTX 2060. Next up, we got Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm pretty sure with the CPU that we have and the GPU that we have, we can look at 60 frames per second. Now, next up, we got Hogwarts Legacy, and this is a CPU GPU intensive game, so we'll use both components, so it's not focused on one thing, and you can find yourself getting around 60 FPS at medium to high settings. So yeah, for the CPU, we're looking at something different. So we're looking at the Intel Xeon E5 1650 V3. This CPU goes for around $15. It's a 6-core 12-threaded CPU that kind of gave you equivalent performance to an i5 9400F. Now we are going to hook this up to something called the HP Xeon. So we're looking at a Dell or like a pre-built PC, an old pre-built PC. This is the HP Z440. This case goes for around $90. You can find a lot of it on eBay or anywhere you can find local store, you'll find it. Just get a Barebones system and you'll have it for the same price. Anyway, this supports our CPU out of the box. It's got a really beefy power supply, which is the most important thing, and it's got a support for ECC RAM, which is something that will help us go for a cheaper RAM and still will work. As for the RAM, we're looking at 16 gigs of DDR4 2133 ECC RAM. Now 2133 for a CPU like that is more than enough. It's really good RAM frequency, so yeah, you will not be bottlenecked or anything like that, and you're gonna find it for around $25. Now getting to the SSD, we're looking at a 512 gigabyte SSD for $24. You can also hook this up on the PC. You'll not have any problems. You'll not need any adapters or anything of that sort. SATA SSD that you can hook up in your PC with no problems. So yeah, 512 gigs for a PC of $350 that gives you that performance is awesome. Now looking at the GPU, we're looking at the RTX 2060. Now this GPU, you can get it brand new on Amazon for $220. You can get it used on eBay for under $200, usually $170, $180, or you can go with something like an RX 6600 or a GPU from AliExpress. But anyways, this isn't the hardest thing to get online, and none of the parts mentioned before are hard to get, which is something pretty cool that you can fit this type of performance on a $350 PC. But yeah, as you can see, for the RTX 2060, it kind of speaks for itself. Provides really good 1080p performance. It's got the NVIDIA capabilities like entry-level ray tracing, shadow play, invent encoders. So yeah, you got everything you need and you really cannot go wrong. So yeah, that's been it. As I told you, the power supply case, you already had that on the system and you don't need any upgrade. So yeah, if you like the video, press the like button. If you want to see videos of that kind, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.